Hi folks, Kevin at the Canyon River Grill. Today I want to demonstrate the mechanics of a good flip. Okay, to do that I'm going to make a breakfast sandwich and I'm going to start off in a Teflon pan. Okay, that's relatively cool. Now, I don't like to start off in a hot pan because a lot of times if you start off in a hot pan, when you add the eggs, your egg yolks will crack or break. And so I start off in a relatively cool pan. I'm watching it, I'm listening to it, and then I have 2 eggs that I've cracked into a cup. And I like to crack them into a cup as opposed to cracking them on the side of the pan because believe me, it's much neater, much easier to clean up a uncooked egg white than a burned egg white that's stuck on the side of your pan. So this is definitely a much more efficient way to do it. Okay, and then I just put this down at the bottom of the pan and add it to the pan. All right, now I'm gonna control this, watching my heat. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of pre-cooked breakfast sausage, and you don't wanna have too much. In this situation, turns out discretion is a better part of valor. It's just like a pizza, your ingredients will spread out. Okay, so I'll add a little salt, fresh ground pepper, and then I'm gonna add some shredded pepper jack cheese. And all the while I'm paying attention to make sure my skillet doesn't get too hot. Okay. When I want to slow it down, I'll just move it off to the side. Now, when I work with saute pans, what I'll do is I'll take my towel and I'll fold it over once and fold it over again. So I have a 4-ply insulation, and you never want to use a wet towel, obviously, because water is a great conductor of energy and heat, and wet towels are how people get burned with hot saute pans. So, okay, once I have that, I'm going to put my thumb at the top of the handle and choke up on it, and then I'm going to make sure that my eggs are loose and free in the pan by turning them around like that. And I like to have my egg yolks side by side when I go to make my flip. And when I do this, I gather my ingredients to the front of the pan, and if you notice, my arm is locked in an L. So my technique is that my arm swings like a swing as opposed to a jerky motion, because a jerky motion is just a matter of luck. Sometimes it flips, sometimes it doesn't flip, sometimes it spills all over the pan. So I use this technique on pretty much every toss that I do. Gather to the front of the pan, and then I'll raise my pan up, and at the last second, I flip my wrist back. So like this. Nice, beautiful, lovely eggs. A little more salt, a little more pepper. And what I'm gonna do now is, I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit, and I'm gonna listen, and I'm gonna just cook it to the whites are set and the yolks are still soft, but I want a nice caramelization on the bottom of the pan. So once it starts, then I can assure that my eggs are free in the pan, and I'm gonna get ready to make that toss again. It's a really quick and easy sandwich to make, very satisfying, and if you have all the ingredients prepped together, it goes together really quickly. Okay, so I can just feel with my hand with my fingertip that the egg whites are almost set, and I know from the temperature and the sound of the pan that I'm going to have some beautiful caramelization on the bottom. So when you're practicing this flip, you always want to just get comfortable with it in your pan, swirling it around like this. Okay, that way you know that when you go to make that toss, it's going to come free from the pan. Okay, so right now it's ready for the final flip. I'll take my same technique, gather to the front of the pan. There you have it, folks. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer this onto a nice warm, previously toasted potato bun. Turn my fire off. And that is my breakfast sandwich. And when you come to see me at the Canyon River Grill, don't forget to get one of these.